And we're back. Dr. Anime here, coming back to review the God of High School, episode 4. So, this one was pretty interesting because I wasn't sure if they were going to actually do it. To me, it kind of feels like a filler kind of thing for like the actual match, but I do understand why they did it. It's making the bonds between the three amigos closer. Mira, Han, and Mori. Plus is introducing us to more to the cult. And gives you an idea of what they want. So we have the episode starts like right after the events of the last episode where you see the last four fighters are going to go to the finalists. So it's going to be Han versus Mira. So they're going to be the next match. So after they're heading home, you see a guy with purple hair sees Mira, speeds in front of them, and like parks right in front of them to block their way. And he comes out and proposes to her. And the scene switches to her at home, getting ready to get married, pretty much. Not getting ready, but like the planning stuff getting started. And basically, she's just gonna marry the guy so he could help her expand and restore her father's dying wish, which is the to continue on their moon stuff. Sword fighting. So that was her pretty much only wish in the anime, but in the webtoon, she does it because she wants to help her uncle and her little cousin financially. Because you see a lot of flashbacks of her being taken care of by the father on when she was little. She had like Parents' Day, and she didn't tell him because he was busy working. I think either busy working and or taking care of his daughter. So she didn't invite him, and then he figured it out and got there, and then he hits her in the head. And like, why didn't you tell me? And then she goes, stupid father. And like like how she is like with Mori, like she fights back even though she's technically in the wrong in that situation, but not even wrong in that situation, but but like she's the one who didn't say anything, like didn't communicate it. And then like with Mori, like she didn't communicate how important her sword was, so to him it wasn't important. He's not gonna pay any mind to it until like afterwards when he find out. That's what I mean by similar. But basically Mori shows up at her house and tries to ask her like what's going on, because she pulled out of the tournament to get married because she wouldn't need to be in there anymore if she's gonna get her wish granted. So she basically tells him off and sends him away. And then we have in the webtoon, it was a bit different because Mori brought Han with him. And they both, well, it was mostly Mori still talking, but then Han drives him away after Mira tells him to leave. So, but that still happened in the anime, but Mori calls Han and he basically says, well, it's not our place, like just leave it. So you see that the in the webtoon, the uncle sees that Mira doesn't want to get married, so he tries to call it off. That happens in the anime too, but in the webtoon, I know that the chairman, he's the chairman of the company. He he more reveals like his true nature. Like he had like a crazy face and saying like, I already put in for the wedding, like it can't be stopped now kind of thing. and his goal is that he was sent by the cult, this mysterious cult, to get Mira's sword, and they wanted the successor of the sword, which would be Mira, her hands. Basically, how they said it, like they want her hands, like the successor her hands, to use it. But let's see, Mori finds the little girl, which is Mira's cousin. I keep trying to say niece. I don't know why. I guess my niece and uncle and other family members are outside. But finds her. They talk a little bit. So then he tries to go stop the wedding, but he doesn't want to use his martial arts against people who don't really, know how to fight, kind of thing. Even though these are security guards, so he's letting them hit him, and then that's when Han comes in and he pretty much knocks them all back. He's like, I just gave him a little push. So they get through by pretty much pushing the security guys away. So when they get in, the chairman gets a real sword and goes to slash at Mori, and Han catches it with his bare hands, like catches it, and you see like some blood drips because that's still a human hand, even though they're superhuman. And then Mori goes to talk to Mira, who berates him a little bit and goes to like hit him or whatever. But she eventually realized that this isn't something that her dad would want. Even her uncle like voiced out his concerns and stuff that her dad wouldn't want this. So she goes to the chairman saying that she's gonna call it off, and she blocks his sword with her bare hand. And then like she does like this thing where she goes like this and like turns it in a way so her hands on top of it, and then she like goes like this to like on top of the blade, and then like cuts him to like knock him back. And then he gets back up and uses a borrow power. She used her no sword bare hand technique to knock him out, because they already seen what borrow power was at that point, so she wasn't as surprised. Plus, in the webtoon, I'm pretty sure it mentioned this. I don't know about the anime, but she said that she's seen it already by people who were a lot stronger than he was. It could have been in both. I don't remember though. But in the webtoon, Han jumps in front of Mori and gets slashed, like actual slashed. So like he has like a slash on his chest, and after that, like it's pretty similar. Mira comes in, stop it with her hand, but she doesn't really do anything else. She like just stopped it with her hand, and that freaked out the chairman. And then there's like an ongoing joke that like when men see that she's stronger than them or whatever, that they get chafe. So he's just like frozen, like all grayed out, and then she thinks that she already won, that he's knocked out, kind of thing. So she turns around and then he attacks her and slashes her on her side. Now this happened in the anime too, where he slashed her in the side, but she was actually facing him in the anime. Over here, she was like turned away from him, and then that's when she knocks him out. Like after that point. So in the webtoon, that building gets like severely damaged, and the uncle tells them to go off, like let the grown-ups handle this. And then he gets arrested. And then he goes, wait, you're still leaving? No, wait. So he's arrested by the cops, and they're like, we're arresting you for suspicion of blowing up a building. That didn't happen in the anime. I don't remember that happening. But basically it goes on to the fight. So oh no, Han's best friend, who was sick in the hospital, dies, and he was there to like see him die. That was messed up. Like, because I have best friends, and I don't know how it would take that. But the next scene shows Mori late to the fight, and when he gets there, he just sees Han just brutally beating down Mira, like aiming for her where the slash was, like aiming for those points, because you see like blood. And I guess like that was like such a severe damage that the nanobots couldn't fully heal it, and he probably knew that, of course. So he was aiming for that, and like he brutally beats her down. Like she's on the floor. But like she's knocked out, and she didn't have her sword because the chairman stole her sword. In both anime and webtoon, he steals it, but he steals it at different points. So in the anime, he's driving away, and he's like, "I'm taking this," like in his car, and then in the webtoons, he just takes it at the wedding ceremony and disappears. But she was fighting with her unarmed swords fighting style, and was getting beat because he's a black belt, so he's fighting at full strength. And like in the anime, he's not as damaged because he didn't get that slash. So even in the webtoon, he wasn't really that damaged. He just got like, it was like a shallow slash. It wasn't like deep like Mira's was, I guess, because hers was more on her side and his was like right there. So he knocks her down, and then like he's trying to go at her, but then the ref like is holding him back. So like you could tell losing his best friend, which is the reason why he was in that tournament, severely, drastically affected him, because this is someone he knew way longer and was closer to than with Mira and Mori. So so next episode we're gonna see Mori in his fight, and then I'm guessing unless they just end that fast and then go to Mori versus Han, but I don't think so. I think that's gonna be another separate episode. So it's probably gonna be Mori visiting Mira in the hospital, and then them dealing what happened with Han and stuff like that. Yes, I'm gonna just keep calling him Han. but yeah, then let me know what you thought about this episode of God of High School. Comment down below of what you think is gonna happen, how you feel about what Han did, how you feel about their bond that they built up since the first episode. Tell me how you think about the art work, the fighting scenes, everything. Let me know. We can talk about it down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Be back later.